Hello gamers, Suro here and welcome back to the channel. Now I have a highly requested video here and it is how to get the maximum amount of dodge in Core Keeper. So we are on the Sunken Sea update and keep in mind things change gradually. We eventually are probably going to get hit with another nerf maybe, because I did make this video a few months ago, but we got hit with a nerf and they put a cap on the amount of dodge that you can actually get on your character. So it is impossible to get 100% dodge. We are capped at 90%. So keep that in mind. Even if you have your stats up where you can get to the 90 and then you want to use some food to boost it, it will not work. So 90 is the cap. No matter what, we cannot go above that. But I am going to show you how to get to 90% pretty easily. And I'm going to show you just how good this build is, because with this build you can defeat any of the bosses in the game without struggling at all. Now before we jump into the build, if you guys would kindly like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, I would really appreciate it. So there are a few options as to what you can use for this build, but I'm going to show you what I like to use, and I'm going to show you how to get some of these items as well. Some of them you're going to be familiar with, but some of them are new. So starting off, I'm going to be using these sunglasses. This is brand new with the Sunken Sea update, and you can find these just on the little islands that have the seashell chest on them. If you do not have these or you're having bad luck finding the sunglasses, you can swap it out for the hunter hood, which is a lot easier to obtain. You get these by killing the little hunter cavelings that are over in the Azios wilderness biome. Those are going to give us a 9% dodge chance, and then we're also going to use the hunter cloak. That's going to give us a 7% dodge chance. And then lastly is one of the easiest items to get in the game. It is the Caveling Pants, and these will give you a 5% dodge chance. Make sure you take your armor over here to the salvage and repair station, hit this little yellow button, and you can reinforce this, which will bump the stats up a little bit, so the glasses will get 1% more extra chance. Same with the cloak, and another 1% chance for the pants. So that'll take us up quite a bit. Next, we are actually getting a pretty early game and low tier rings here. We're going to be using 2 melting rings. You can get these from defeating the early bosses, and they will give you 7% dodge chance each. So that right there is 14% with just the rings. Moving on to the necklace, you can get the conch shell necklace, which was at this structure here, which was just released in the Sunken Sea update. And if you're struggling to find this, as I was, you could swap it out and get the Amarant's necklace. If you defeat Amarant a few times, it'll give you a 5% dodge chance. But if you can get that necklace, it gives you an 8% dodge chance. And then lastly, the Caveling ID. This is also a new item added to the game, but it is really easy to get. I mean, I have tons of these things. If you explore the metropolis little cities up there in the Sunken Sea biome, just keep killing the mobs. You'll eventually get one of these. I've gotten a ton of them, so I don't think you'll have any problem getting these. But this is the build that will take you up to, I think it's like 40 or 50 dodge chance. So you are going to have to modify your skills just a little bit if you want to reach that 90 cap. So the first one, if we go over here to the fishing skill tree, there's actually a skill down here that increases your dodge. It is called the studied patterns, and when you max it out, it'll give you a 10% dodge chance no matter what. You don't have to stand still or have any other effects proc to make this work. It will give you a 10% chance automatically. So that is that's definitely a great skill to have if you're wanting this. Up next in the running tree, you want to have the balance stance. This is a big one, and luckily it's pretty early on within your build. If you put all 5 points in it, it will give you a 25% dodge chance after standing still for a short duration. So if we look at my dodge, it's at 66. After I stand still for like 3 seconds, boom, it goes up to 90%. So it gave me an additional 25%. If I move around, stop 66 and stand for 3 seconds, and then it'll go up there. So whenever you are doing some fights, make sure you just stand in one place. You might be afraid you're going to take a little bit of damage, but if you have a decent amount of health, it's not going to be a problem, because you can stand still for a few seconds, and then 90% of the time the enemy is not going to hit you, which is a lot. So we're going to test that out in just a second. Now, if you are missing some of these items, you just cannot obtain them right now, you can make some new foods. So up in the Sunken Sea biome up here, you can fish anywhere and get some of the new fish that are in the game. So we got this golden dart here. It doesn't say it gives you a dodge chance, but once you cook it, it will. So let's go ahead and combine it with Yeah, we'll just use these oats that I have in here. You can use anything, heart berries, whatever, as a base. It doesn't matter. You don't have to use these golden blow oats, but I'm just going to do it anyways. And once you cook it with a golden dart, it's going to give you a pretty big dodge right here. So this is going to give us an 18% dodge chance for 5 minutes. So if I'm standing still and this goes up to a 90%, I'm going to eat one of these foods. And as you see, it doesn't buff it up to anything further past 90% because that is the cap. So that is something whenever you are moving, as you see, it only went down to 84% because I ate that food. So it's giving me that additional dodge there. So if you eat one of those foods and you're not at a point where you can just stand still nonstop, you're still going to have 84% dodge chance. So I know that's a lot of information. This is the build or the base that you should follow along with, and it'll get your dodge up there pretty much at max. And we're going to test this out on some of the new mobs. I'm going to go over here to my mob farm, and we're just going to stand still and see if any of the mobs can actually hit us or how many times they actually can. So let's go ahead and go down to this area right here. I'm going to eat a food just so I can see. We're not going to move, and you're going to see how many times I actually dodge. Pretty much all of their attacks I'm dodging. I don't even think I've been hit once. There we go. Finally got hit. But it's an overpowered build. We're going to go test this out on a boss as well, just so you can see how strong it actually is. And keep in mind, once you're doing damage, you're eventually going to kill these enemies, so it's just a win-win. I mean, it's such an overpowered build. So let's go try it out on I guess we'll do Morpha, the aquatic mass. He hits pretty hard. We're gonna try it out. All right, now that we're up here, you can do this many ways. You can either stand still and just let the boss like bounce on your character while you're doing a bunch of melee, because you're pretty much gonna dodge every single attack that he throws at you. Or you can just stay at range if you want to be extra safe and fight him like you normally would, except this time you're going to be dodging just about all of his attacks in case you actually slip up and get hit. So even all these bubbles and stuff, your character can actually dodge them. As you see, I just ran through all those bubbles and he dodged every single one. So you can just move around, and this makes every boss just easy mode in this game. So I'm not sure if they're ever going to nerf this beyond 90%. I imagine they probably will at some point, because even having that 90% dodge, it makes everything just way too easy. So this is definitely like the best build in the game. Obviously, since you're trading off a lot of your perks and stuff for dodge build, your character's not going to be doing as much damage as he would with like a critical hit build or anything like that. But at least this way, you're pretty much guaranteed to defeat these bosses. And if you can get this stuff pretty early on, then you'll be able to farm all of the bosses in this game without any trouble. So we only got hit like once or twice during that fight, and that's because we were just messing around. So this definitely makes the game very, very much easier. So if you guys enjoyed this guide or you want to see some more build guides, let me know in the comment section below. I'm probably going to be making a build around the Phantom Spark next, so we're definitely going to have an overpowered build with that, because this weapon is very, very insane. So if you have not gotten your Phantom Spark, I definitely recommend it. But more importantly, get yourself a dodge build if you can. A 90% dodge chance is just, oh, it's amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next one.